Hello and a very warm welcome to this week's Facebook Live with me, DJ Rob, here for Dart Summer Sessions. I hope you're keeping safe and well, and very warm welcome to today's session. If you've joined me in previous weeks, you will know that this is my lovely home studio lab, deep in the heart of Yorkshire, my secret base as it were, and this week I hope you can help me and stay with us for at least sort of 30 minutes while I put together a brand new piece of music with your help. A piece of music that didn't exist before today's session. Let's show you my other lovely view that we're going to be working with. Let's just turn onto here. This is my Ableton Live screen. This is the software that I like to use. If you've seen us on our other weeks, you should be starting to get familiar with how these sessions look. And if you haven't joined us so far, that's quite okay. And a very warm welcome to you. And thanks for joining us this week. So we've done some different styles over the weeks. We've done, I believe so far, we've done a reggae track. We've done a house track. And what was our other style that we did? We did a hip hop track. The sun is definitely affecting my memory, don't you think? So yeah, we've done those three styles. So this week, to go with our summer theme as well, there's nothing better to me than a bit of drum and bass jungle music to keep that sun high in the sky. Good for festivals, raves, and just a good vibey sort of summer music, I think, drum and bass. So I hope you can help me make a track in this style this week. Let's get underway and let's look at some drums first of all, and let's look at a speed for our track. Okay, so let's call up our drum kit here. Right, so on my first channel, there we go. On my first channel we have our drum kit for our drum and bass track. I'm on the correct channel. Here we go. Let me give you a little demo of these 16 sounds for our drums we've got here. Wow, we got some interesting sounds there. What we're going to do first of all is we're going to look at our kick drum and our snare drum. So they're kind of the main drum parts of any track really. There's our kick, or our bass drum. Yeah, same thing. There's our nice snare drum. So, drum and bass jungle, normally quite a fast sort of paced music. Let me give you a metronome, which will give you, which keeps our timing. Let me turn that on and give you an idea of the tempo that we're going to be working at today. So where are we? Let me just pop that on, and if I press play here, this is the sort of speed we're thinking. Maybe we're on 170, so maybe 170, 175 beats per minute. Quite a bit faster than some of our styles we've done over the last couple of weeks. Let me tap in a sort of beat that I'm expecting to hear on one of these jungle drum and bass sort of styles. So we've got our kick, remember, and we've got our snare. Let me see if I can play it this fast. Ready? Here we go. I think I can play it that fast, which is obviously going to help. Let me stop that metronome just for a moment and stop that. What I might do, just to make it a little bit easier to play it in, is I might bring the tempo, the beats per minute down just a little bit. Let's bring them a little bit slower just to make it a little bit easier for DJ Rob to play these in. A nice little trick when you're trying to play into different speeds and beats per minute. So where are we? 170. If I use this here, if you look in the top left, you see this number coming down. So look, let's put this to about, let's play this at about 140. Because I don't want to go too slow. It'll be harder to play the beat in for the right kind of style and feeling. So let's hear it at that speed. Let me turn the metronome back on. I think that'll be quite a nice pace to play this beat in, okay? Yeah, I'm finding that a little bit easier. And then we can speed it back up to the speed of the track afterwards. You'll see what I mean. Right, so I've got my basic pattern in mind. So if I hit record, Done a little swing on the end there as well. Let me press stop. And let's have a look here. Oh, we've disappeared on there. Right, let's play that back. Let's look at the notes that we've drawn in on the bottom. These are our hits. We're going to get these and just tighten them up a little bit with a quantize. Let's check these back. So that last snare, it's moved it just slightly out of time from where I want it. So can you see this last one that I'm selecting here? I'm going to bring that back. I think it should be on the balm or on that last quarter note. Let me play it. Sounding good. Yeah, that's perfect. And then what we want to do is we want to bring these brace points up to the end of the 4 bars. See where we've got number 5 there? So we've got a 4-bar loop. Now that we've got that, we can put our speed back to 170 to 175. Do you remember me mentioning? So what we can do, let's play whilst I'll change the speed and see whether you can hear it getting faster, okay? Let's play this. There we go. We're on 140 BPM right now. So we're going to come up. You see it's coming up. 143. Getting a little bit faster. 150. We want to get back to 170. So let me do it a little bit faster. You hear it raising. Yeah, let's go there. Let's turn our click track off because we've got our basic beat running. So to make our beat a little bit more exciting than just a kick drum and a snare drum, let's add some extra percussion to this, okay? So let's play this one and we can audition some of the other sounds from the same drum kit over the top before we look at adding some instruments. So we've only got about 30 minutes overall, so I don't want to dwell too long on this. So there's our beat, this nice speed, now nice fast drum and bass speed. Oh, that hi-hat could be nice. Right, I've got to play that really fast, so I'm going to use the repeat function here. I'm going to press that. That's going to work really nice. So it's repeating that on 8th notes. Rather than me playing it really fast, I'm using the repeat button, and then that's just doing that little job for me. I like that little switch up as well, so we'll do that. Let's wait for our part. Are we bar 2, bar 3? Let's hit record. There we go, that one's in. Press record again to stop. Nice, that's our hat. So that's giving our beat a nice little bit of pace. Let's maybe look at adding one more element to this before we add our sounds. Remember to take our repeat button off. Like that, it's like a tom-tom. Let's try these over the top. Quite like these two. I'm going to put these in. Sounds nice. So that's just in bar 3 and 4. Let's tighten those up. And maybe we can put something else in the first one, in the first or second bar. Let's turn that last one down a little bit. I think that's a little tiny bit late. Let's put this on 16ths. Should that be there? Let's hear that now. Oh, I don't want to move both. See if I've done it right now. That one's a little bit early. Let me move that over. This should be right now, hopefully. That's better. Yeah, I like those two. So sorry, yeah, back to bar 1 or 2. Let's have a look. Oh, I quite like that. It's kind of like a lasery sort of blip. I quite like that as well. I love all these sounds. Right, okay, let's play this one. Let's try that. I quite like that. I like that fast one. So that's on 16th notes. Just put that in. Next time round. Ready? Here we go. Yeah, that's nice. Maybe something for bar number 2. Then we got quite a busy beat going on there. Oh, I like that one. Should we put that in bar number 2? Shouts out to Karen, locked in. Glad you can join us. Everyone else watching as well. Ah, bar number 2. Here we go. That was a nice fast one as well. Right, so we've spent plenty of times on our drums. I suppose that's not a bad thing considering we're doing drum and bass. But let's get on to adding some sounds because we need more than just a drum beat, don't we? So, let's do exactly that. Quick save as we're going along is always nice. We've got our little beat running. Let's see what we've got on channel number 2, whether we've got a bass sound that we can add to this. We're still playing channel number 1, aren't we? Come on, Rob. Right, okay. Oh, we got a bit of a synthesizer bass noise here. Let's try and add this over the top. I'll try and work out some keys on the Ableton push controller here that might go with this, okay? So let's hit play. I'm not going to record yet. I'm going to just audition and have a little play around and suss something out first of all, okay? I quite like these 3 notes. Hi DL. Hi Kai. I like those 3 notes. I should have pressed record, but I didn't. But if you've seen me on other weeks, I've got this lovely capture button at the top here. So let's have a look. It's our little tiny little square button here. See where my mouse is? If I push that, that has been remembering and kind of recording in the background all the notes I've been playing. Sometimes nice to work out ideas, but when I go to press record, I've sometimes forgotten them. So that capture button's really handy. It's remembering everything in the background. So let me just tighten these up onto our 16th bar. There we go. Let's just put them a little bit tighter. There we go. Let's try that one. See our parts at the bottom. Just want to move that E key being played there onto the bar. There we go. Nice, I'm liking those 3 notes. Nice and simple, but it really pads out the track and it starts to add our little bass. We've got a lead synth next. Let's try and add a little bit of a melody. Otherwise I might get in trouble from DL for not adding any actual notes onto this. Let's add some melodic elements. See if we can win DL over. Who's locked in? Right, okay. Channel number 3. Let's come a little bit on. Oh, quite like that. Maybe not that last note. I'm going to use my magic capture button again because I quite like what I played there. Nice. A little bit of quantize just to tighten these notes up. Make sure we're on 6. Quite liking that. So remember we've got our 3 elements. Let's solo these off so you can see what we've got. We've got our beat that we put in. Sounding nice. Next along we had our bass line. We might add another bass to that, but that's our kind of long note bass if you like. Really pads the track out nicely. And then we got these keys. Right, I've got some loops here that we can add to spice this up If you see my other broadcasts, I'm always talking about spice, adding that little bit of spice into our music. So let's do exactly that, okay? So let's play this, what we've got. Let's move our bass. There we go, let's add our bass back in. We had 3 notes, didn't we? Was it this pattern? Let me try this one. That was it, sorry. I've got an old part there, let me move that out of the way. That was it, wasn't it? That's it. Right, so I think our beat is good, but I think we need to boost it up a little bit. DL saying she never tells me off. Yeah, okay. We all believe that. Just trying to score some brownie points with some melody in here. Nice. Let's try a break beat. Let's add this up with some bass. It's meant to be drum and bass after all. Nice. I think that works really nice. We've got some alternatives to this break beat as well, which we can swap about when we do the arrangement. That works nice as well. That's the yellow one, the second one down. And we've got a green one to audition as well. Let's try this. Here we go. Let's do the green one. Nice. You can see me doing my dancing now. Well, I'm not up dancing, but you can see me grooving around. I think that means we're getting much more on the right sort of tip, because I can't help moving around. Okay, so we've got 4 elements there. Let's add a few other instruments before we move on to our arrange screen. This is our session view, the screen we're working at the moment, where we're putting our blocks, our ideas together. And in a moment, we're going to move on to our arrangement view, where we're actually going to stripe our music down on a timeline from left to right, okay? So let's put a couple more sounds together before we move on to creating our arrangement. Let's just play that same groove. Okay, let's see, we've got some other instrument loops here. That's quite nice. Let me play that on its own so you can hear it. If I can hit the solo. Can you hear this keyboard one? Karen's grooving in her garden, good to hear. Oh, we've got a bit more melody there for DL and anyone else that likes melody. Nice keyboard part here. I'm liking this one, this sort of red one. Right, we've got our underbass. Let's add a bit more of a punchy sort of stab bass to this as well, because I think it's going to work really nice. I've got one here that may work. Let's audition this one. Here we go, let's try it out. A little bit loud, so I'll just turn it down. But it works nice. Okay, we have got other elements down here that we can add that extra spice that I'm always talking about. But first of all, I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6 elements, which means I think we can develop a few scenes here, okay? Kai's just knocked his cola over. Be careful, Kai. Mine is out of picture. Right. Okay, so we've got, instead of this one scene that's playing, we need to develop a few scenes here. Okay, so the easiest way to do that, I think, is to duplicate this over. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to copy scene number 1. Do you see that coming on the screen there? I've just made a few copies of that, and I'm going to number these so I can see that they're different on the right hand side. And we'll try and make about 8 or maybe 10 scenes to jam down. Where are we? Number 5. Number 6, number 7. Let's do those first. So I think for our arrangement, we don't want everything all coming in together. It's nice to hear that groove together, to know that the different parts work together. But I think we need to build it up bit by bit. So let's have a look here. So let's hold the drums back a bit. We're going to mute these out. Let's hold our bass back. Let's hear these two elements. I've got another pad part here. Let's see if this works. I'm just going to move that onto the next channel along. I'm not sure if it's a different key. Tell you what, I like the first half of this. So instead of it being an 8-bar loop, we're going to make that into a 4-bar loop, this pad. Right, I'm going to duplicate that over. That pad, I think, is really nice for the intro. So let's play that. That's nice. Okay, so that will be scene number 1. Scene number 2. We had 2 options here, didn't we? Not the bass. What was the other one? That one's nice as well. So let's copy this pad part down. Then we can bring those lead keys in, but we'll hold the bass back. Oh, we don't want any drums yet, Rob. Mute those out. Let's mute those. That was quite nice with the bass coming in, the underbass. And maybe we want part of the drums coming in here, but not everything. So I'm going to go into the drums quickly. Let's make this yellow so you can see which one I'm working on. There you go. We're going to leave the hi-hats and some of the other interesting bits, but we're just going to mute out the kick and the snare drum so you can hear it like this. A bit like an intro version of our drums. Let's copy that scene over again. Then we can go into our full drums there. So let's hear those first 4 scenes, okay? Let's come onto here. So scene number 1, or 0 on here. Let's play this one. Then we've got the next one along. Just adds that raspy sort of synth noise. Then our hi-hats come in. Then our full drums. Then I think we need our big beat. There we go. Let's put this in. Here we go. So we're building up all that really nice organic sound. What's going to, I think, sound really good to kind of launch our track is to maybe take some of those pads and melodies out, but leave the drums running and drop our bigger bass in. So I'm going to do exactly that, okay? So let's copy this over one more time. And let's look at these pads. So we want to mute out the pads. We want to bring in our bigger bass. Lead synth we might have, we might take it out momentarily. Let's hear this from these two. So that one's building up. And it'll go to this. Oh, that's nice. I think Karen's going to do more grooving in her garden for this one. Let's just rename those scenes very quickly. We can just renumber them, should I say, rather than rename them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where was we down to? 7. Let's jam these ones in, and then we can add some more elements once we've jammed them in onto our timeline on this arrangement screen. Okay. So let me have a look here. If I come to session, I should be able to, yeah, I should be able to jam these in like this. If I hit record, you'll see on this screen we're starting to build up some actual time. We've got the time down the bottom and the bar numbers at the top, okay? we go, we're bringing our hi-hats in. Let's see number 3. So we've gone just from having those loops to actually getting an actual time duration to our piece of music. And if you can guess, I'm going to add the next element of 32 bars coming up. Here we go, ready? So we're building our intro. See me grooving around, the head is nodding. And I think 48 bars, or it's up to number 49, we're going to drop. Here we go. There's our drop, if you like, where we sort of kick off a bit more. I need to turn that bass down a little bit, it's a bit heavy. Let's get this up to about 1 minute 40, and we can bring some of our other melodic instruments back in, okay? Let's just stop that there and press this button to bring us onto that screen. Quick save on what we're doing, which is always nice. Okay, so can you see we've built our intro. There was one thing I would have done a little bit differently and brought that first sound, which was this one. Let me solo it. That was so nice, I think it needed to come in on bar number 8. So I'm just going to pull that back so it comes in after 8 bars and not 12 bars. Okay. So where were we? This is our drop. What we could do here, just before that kicked in on 48 bars, I think it'd be nice to take some elements away just to make our drop a little bit more, a bit bigger or a bit more punchy, okay? Maybe take our breakbeat out ever so slightly. Where's our breakbeat? Let's have a look. We've got our lead. There's our breakbeat, that red one. So if we take that out momentarily. Nice. Turn that bass down a little bit. I think we can drop that bass for a little bit, that pink one. That's nice, so I think that lets the part through. So, what we're going to do is we're going to copy those elements over just to get the length of our track, because remember, we're trying to do all this within 30-35 minutes. I might need a few extra moments to get this up, but the easiest way to get our track longer is to duplicate these parts over. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to select this section here, we're going to loop it, and then we're going to hit duplicate. It's just doing, oh, it's doing the bass, but we need our other drums. I think that is about, where do we want to get to? We want to get to about 2 minutes. Like that. Where have I gone at the top? Oh, I've gone way longer than that at the top. Let's have a look. That's 3 minutes, don't need that much. We need about there. That's perfect. Might make more sense visually if I copy that one over there. You can see it's up to about 2 minutes 30 there. So let's put a couple of our other elements in, and then that final spice of the sort of effects as well. And then we've got our jungle drum and bass track. Let's put our breakbeat in. Where are we up to? Bar 97. Let's play here. So let's bring our lead part back in. After this section. Nice. Let's put some of these over. Maybe we could bring that in halfway. There we go, let's put this over. Nice. Copy that over like that. Maybe we want our pads coming back in at the end. I need a little bit of extra time here, so we're popping this over like that. Have a little break down here. Okay, break. Maybe the melody back in. I think we need our lead synth back in there. Put our bass back in. Nice. Breakbeat back in. That into the end. That's sounding good. Thank you, Kai, for that feedback. Quick save. Let's go back to our other screen where we had a few more sounds. We need a couple of effects maybe just to spice things up. Talking about my spice again. And also there was another sound I didn't play you. There was a little bit of a vocal that we might be able to use here. Let's hear this. We've got that one. And we've also got a female vocal stab. Let's hear this one. Do you know what? I like both of these. So let's get that purple one. Maybe we can bring that in. Let's try this here. Oh, actually, that's what I call a happy accident. That female vocal, I think, sounds nice before the drop comes in. So let's move that one on here. Yeah, maybe we can use that in the intro. Karen's liking the female vocal. Let's put it in. Bit of reverb and delay on that just to add it in. I think that needs to repeat a few times. There we go. Put a little bit of a delay on that so it repeats. Make that delay a little bit longer. We could maybe carry that on, couldn't we? Put them in. Let's move that bit over, that next vocal. Maybe that could come here. Let's put them in. I'm cutting and pasting those like Lego, those vocal blocks, but we maybe don't want quite that many. Let's have 2 in, 2 out, and then they can come back at the end. Let's have that female vocal sort of padding things out throughout. And I think we maybe need one other quick effects noise to be put in a few little places, and we've got our track, which I need to play through to you, don't I? So we better add these effects pretty quickly, considering I'm meant to be facing the music against the clock. So our effect sounds are on here. Let's grab these very quick. So let's put one here. This is what I like to call the icing on the cake, these parts. The hundreds and thousands. I like that one as well. Ooh, let's copy that. That one could maybe go there. We can move these about in a second if we need. And I think there's a third one. I like that one as well. It's a bit like a splash. Maybe that one can go in that gap. I'll put that one in as well. Right, let's hear this, because it's going to take a couple of minutes to play it through, and then we should be within our sort of 35 minutes ish against the clock. Might be a few extra cheeky minutes today. Who's counting? Right, okay. The main thing is we've got a good piece of music that didn't exist before today. Let's just check where we've got these. That sounds alright then. I'm liking where I've put them. I think that's more happy accident, but we'll go with it, okay? So let's play this from the top. This is today's Face the Music piece of music that didn't exist before the start of today's session. This is our jungle drum and bass track. Here we go. go. That vocal's made it. Really nice. Big build up. There we go, ready? We will chop them up a little bit live. Nice. Effects working nice. Pad sound back in, that works well. Took that vocal out for that break. Nice effect there. And this is our sort of outro. Sweep at the end there for an ending. And there's our end, big ending. Nice resounding ending there for our jungle drum and bass track. I hope you've enjoyed tuning in this week. Thank you for your help online on Facebook. I hope you've had as much fun as I have. And thank you very much for helping me produce this week's Face the Music Live with me, DJ Rob. Let me just swap you back to here. I hope this jungle drum and bass keeps the sun shining wherever you are. Stay safe, and I hope you can join me at the same time, same place on Facebook Live next Tuesday at 2 PM. Until then, be good, stay safe, and see you soon. Bye bye.